What's good, everybody? It's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject, and today I'm here with another video. But today, this video is solely focused on my 2K17 wish list. Now, I know this is a little late and everything. A lot of people put 2 and 3 and 4 wish lists out, but we're still about 40 days out from 2K17, so I think it's still relevant in a sense. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right into it. So the first thing I want to see in 2K is, they can keep the high school, they can keep the college, but after college, there should be some type of like combine drills or team workouts or even interviews like what they had in the past 2K. And even, give us the decision of maybe being able to go overseas and play or even go to the D League if we underperform. We really need to know what it's like to underachieve as a professional basketball player. Not everybody makes it big in the NBA like they thought they were. Some people go overseas and have great careers. Some people, go to the D League and work their way back up and then have dope ass careers. But overall, just to be able to make everybody come straight in, and then you pretty much like the sixth man, and then you start after just like a few games. It's realistic, but how often does it happen to every single person? It's like everybody in 2K is all having the same story. We need the variety. Before old 2Ks, you and your homeboys just sit down and be like, oh, what question did they ask you here? What question did they ask you there? What did you say? When did you get this shoe? How did you get this? Blah, blah, blah. And now it's just like everybody has all the same story, so it's really no need to even ask that question to anybody. All right, number 2. I would love to see my player have a chance to represent their country in like either the FIBA championships or the Olympic Games. And I know that 2K has kind of been hinting to some type of Olympic team / gameplay, but as 2K usually does, they're pretty much holding secrets and they're not really going to tell us what their plan all the way is. But like games like FIFA have this dynamic, or even I forget what Live was, but the old Live, I think it was during one of the Olympic years, they had every single country's team. Even if you can just play as like a play now game or exhibition game or just like a online game with your homeboys, just being able to play with the Olympic teams is just be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your homeboy want to pick the US and you want to upset them with Spain or something like that. Just adds a different dynamic to the game. And then, alright, so moving on to number 3. I think it's about time for ejections to be into the game. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a flagrant 2, or if you're able to argue with the ref, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for like an argument button, because that would pretty much like slow down the game and take away the integrity and such like that. But I think every player having a different personality and tendencies should have more of an effect on the AI. You know what I'm saying? So like, if a player is kind of like a hothead, he might gesture a certain way to the ref, and the ref may not like it. He may tee him up, and then if he give him that same look again, he gets teed up again, and now he's out of the game completely. Or even somebody, it's a late game, or you beefing with somebody throughout the game, you go ahead and foul them hard as hell. Next thing you know, flagrant 2 you out the game, you get ejected. 2K is so realistic but there's still other dynamics of realism that they could add to the game. You know what I'm saying? I remember games back in the day like MVP Baseball came out years ago. And every now and then, if it was a type of call that somebody would argue in real life, you could bring the manager out and you could argue, and you could either have him keep arguing to go forward with the situation, or you could have him fall back a little bit. That way he stayed in the game. But either way, that dynamic will add just another great element to what's an already great game. Now to wish number 4, to touch on personality once again, to go even further on it. I think it's time that every player had a little more personality, had their own personality. 2K is so stiff when players dunk on somebody or get a big block or hit a big shot. It doesn't feel organic. It feels forced and it feels staged and it just feels like a cutscene almost. You know, like if I dunk on somebody with Westbrook and hit a big three with Curry, I want to be able to feel it through the game. I want to be able to see it on the players' faces. I want to be able to see it on their reactions. Same thing if DeAndre Jordan catches another body like he did against Brandon Knight, or if he throws a shot into the third row. I mean, you know, this isn't your grandfather's NBA when you scored a bucket, you run down the court, you shake hands, and you got to be the ultimate sportsman at all times. You know, this league is full of relentless millennials who are unapologetic and don't give a shit about anybody or what they think. So it's time to reflect that into the game. Wish number 5. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers have talked about this already that I've heard and I've seen. And I had wrote this on the site arcadegames.com in my wish list. We all buy clothing and sneakers and accessories, you know, for the park, for game days, and just for our My Player to wear all together, and for some of us that play My GM. But you know what I'm saying? Why not have a more centralized inventory system? Instead of having to go through every pair of Jordans, every pair of Nikes, every pair of shorts, every team's piece of clothing that you have, why not just have one closet where you go to your shoes, there goes all the shoes you purchase. You go to your shorts, there goes all the shorts you purchase. There go your accessories, there's all the accessories you purchase. It's so time consuming trying to go through all these different stages to get different pieces of clothing to wear for maybe an hour before you change to do something else, you know? Like, they can even do it like kind of like how GTA has it. You go to your closet, you see everything you got, you select, you deselect, and then you move on. It should be that simple. It shouldn't be as difficult as it is, especially where technology is, and I know 2K has the ability to do so. Excuse me. Number 6. New fucking body types, yo. This shit is getting ridiculous. There's no way my 7 foot 240 power forward should look similar to my 6'1", 180 point guard. Come on, son. I mean, I feel like this has to be addressed. 2K gets enough passes on other things that they could give two fucks about fixing or changing, but this just can't be one of them. This is just getting out of hand, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Wish number 7. We need new haircuts, man. I mean, we should be able to design our own haircut, or we should even be able to enter text such as our name, our area code to the side of our head or the back of our head. You know, that shit would be awesome. Or we could possibly even upload images to throw in there, which would make things even better, because you could have a myriad of things that you could be able to put in your head. Just like, you know, NBA players in real life, how they get pretty creative with their hair every now and then. A lot of the animated ones, and it makes them unique. It makes them who they are. It makes them memorable. I mean, you know, you have people like J.R. Smith, Birdman, and so many other people who have these unique, dope haircuts. But us as created players into the game, we don't have the same access to those same haircuts. So you can't tell us you can't put it in the game because you have it on a bunch of different players, but we get the most generic of haircuts. I mean, honestly, even Live pretty much had a better selection of haircuts than 2K. NBA Live, my nigga. But moving on to wish number 8. Take away the damn force field around the sideline and the baseline. This is simulation basketball, you know what I'm saying? When I go to the gym, when I go to the park, there's no invisible force field stopping me from going out of bounds. And then there's not a force field in the NBA either. I mean, if there was, you know, maybe the Phoenix Suns would have an NBA championship by now. Shout out to Steve Nash. And number 9. I feel like this is almost a given, and like 2K is going to do it off rip, off GP. No debate about it. But I gotta add it in here. We gotta have some sort of Kobe's moments. You know what I'm saying? You know, similar to how they did the MJ thing in 2K11. This would be a great addition for fans who really appreciate the accomplishments and the greatness of Kobe Bryant. You know, Kobe had a lot of great moments, ruined a lot of lives, won people a bunch of money, lost people a bunch of money. But you know, why not embrace what we just saw from 20 years of Kobe? You know what I'm saying? Why not relive the greatness? You know, I personally wouldn't mind replaying some of the epic battles against the Blazers and Kings, because you know those playoff series was wild. And hell, who would even want to try to go for the 81-point game? You know, even the final game was a fantastic moment to add in there. Kobe's farewell, Mamba Day, 60 points, easy money. And now for wish number 10. Finally. For all that is good and holy, if unicorns and leprechauns really do exist, I'm begging you, sweet, sweet teenage Jesus, Allah Muhammad, please fix your servers. We know 2K is all but guaranteed to have inoperable servers on release day, and many days after that. You know how much people play the game, and you know the numbers to expect, yet you continuously spit in our faces. Yes, I said spit in our faces. Yes, I'm mad. This shit is ridiculous. I almost never play online quick games because playing 2K online is like a brand new version of the game. The lag is so horrible that every player's shot automatically changes, defense becomes pointless, and you kind of have to hope your opponent just misses. Games become pretty boring when you and your opponent can't shoot. You know you could just stack the paint and wait. This is probably every 2K player on the face of the earth's biggest wish. I swear sometimes I'm willing to sacrifice my left pinky for this cause. The most wild part to me is the part works great in comparison, so we know it's possible to fix. And if not completely fix, at least moderately improve. I mean, and this wish means more to me than ever right now, especially with the fact that I'm living in Germany for the moment. I'm going to be here till 2019. So, in order for me to play my homeboys and everybody back home, I need operable servers that are not going to crash and kick me or make just the overall experience, you know, like non-enjoyable. Because I have to be able to hand out L's as easily as possible from across the waters, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to get people that work. But hey, thank y'all for checking out my video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're feeling what you see. Also, be sure to comment and let us know what you think about our list. But as always, it's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject, arcadegames.com. I'm out this bitch.